Hello and welcome to a brand new series of Milan Bridal. The stands are set, the models are dressed and ready to go. All you need to do is sit back, relax and enjoy the best that this city has to offer. Coming up on today's show. Jenny Packham, who we're a little bit in love with here on Wedding TV, let's be honest, and we're going to have a chat about her current collection. Hi Jenny.
Hi there.
So tell me about what you've done this year with your collection.
Well, I mean, obviously over the last sort of few seasons we've built up a lot of dresses with a lot of Swarovski. So what we were trying to do this season, however they're still featuring a lot of Swarovski and beading, but just to kind of work more on sort of fabric textures really and get some different silhouettes going.
And what kind of fabrics have you used? I've seen lots of sort of chiffons.
Well, we've actually used some sort of shimmery fabrics underneath chulls. We've used a very, very light, what we call is a French chiffon. We always keep going with the satins, but we've tried some different textures. So just kind of like softly moving the collection on.
Yeah, but everything sort of to flow and to work with the figure and be as flattering as possible, really, is what it seems like.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think now, you know, we've got a lot of dresses in the collection that do have that sort of red carpet kind of look to them, very glamorous 1930s. And the new inspiration really was a kind of perhaps a slightly more sort of delicate Marie Antoinette kind of feel.
Okay, so you've still got the Bond girl bride, but then you've got a bit more classic as well.
People are all very different, and I think that I know we're known for the sort of red carpet look, but it's really nice for us to sort of play with the textures, as you'll see on some of the dresses that we've got.
Oh, fab, look at this. So talk to me about what kind of fabrics we've got here and the beading as well.
Well, this dress is completely Swarovski crystals, and you can see underneath the tulle, this is a silk tulle, and underneath we've got a fabric that's got like a kind of a shimmer to it, so it just very subtly comes through and gives it a different feel. And then we've made these sort of roses around the neck. This was a dress that we had in our evening wear summer collection, and we kind of developed it on. These are sort of sequins covered in chiffon, and again just sort of breaking up that sort of bling and adding in another sort of feeling.
Okay, so it's got a really nice hippie feel with the flowers, but then you don't even need any jewellery really with that.
I mean, I have to say this is probably our most sort of challenging wedding dress, I felt, you know, because I usually, you know, the brides don't like too much up here, but we're getting a lot of orders for it, so I'm really happy.
Well, what with all the big necklaces that people are wearing now, I mean, that's just part of the dress, which is lovely.
I mean, that's another thing actually. We've done quite a few dresses which are actually plain, just beautiful fabrics, lovely draping. And I think the idea is, because we actually do our own sort of collection of headpieces now, that, you know, that's enough beading, so, you know, they can wear that dress and have a lovely piece of jewellery.
Yeah, and then mix and match afterwards as well. Brilliant. And it's gorgeous because I think with the shimmer underneath, that's going to look so good in photos, isn't it? You're really going to stand out. It's fabulous.
It's very subtle, and it really kind of comes out in the lights.
Yeah. Wow, look at this one. How much beading is on that dress? That's gorgeous.
Yeah. No, this is actually a beautiful one. This season we decided to use a lot of transparent beading, just to sort of move away from the crystals as well. And again, we've got the sequins here, and we've got the lace, and then with the transparent beading, you know, we've got a lot of texture going on there. And, you know, I'm particularly fond of this shape. It's a very sort of elegant, beautiful shape. And we get a lot of call for lace as well. I think that's coming very much back in fashion again.
Well, girls like a bit of tradition, don't they, on their wedding day? No matter how rock and roll they might think they are.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, you know, with our dresses, because they are more sort of contemporary and fashion orientated, it is really nice, you know, to put some of those traditional things back in.
Yeah, absolutely. And what's lovely about these is they really reflect the light, so you're going to get rainbows sort of shining. It's
a very sort of subtle look, really.
No, it's beautiful. And the other thing that I wanted to ask you about was the short dresses, because as I said when I met you earlier, I haven't seen that many short dresses in Jenny Packham collections before, but there are loads now, like this one.
Well, we've been trying to put short dresses in the collection for a long time, because I think that, you know, it's great and it's really sort of refreshing to design, and so we always put one in, we always have them in the shows, and then everybody says, can we have it long? So, but this season we've had quite a few customers asking for shorter dresses. I think there is a fashion of girls are ordering more than one dress for their wedding, and I think it's such a great idea to get married in something, you know, very fantastic and long, because I think it does make girls feel that it's a very special event having something long an ivory or white. And then maybe just sort of nipping upstairs and coming down for the party in something like this, I think would create a great sort of moment, really.
Absolutely, and then you can go dancing and get your legs out and feel sort of...
We are seeing girls buying more than one dress, actually, which I don't want girls to have any pressure about, you know, but I think it is a nice thing to do, you know, and then you can really not think, when you get your primary wedding dress, you don't have to worry so much about maybe the feeling or the heaviness or anything about it, because you know you're going to slip into something else.
Something more comfortable a bit later on.
Yeah.
Well, the collection looks amazing, and it's been a pleasure to meet you. Thanks so much, Jenny.
Thank you very much.
I'm joined by David Fielden, whose incredibly innovative show we've just seen on the catwalk. We're going to have a bit of a chat about the dresses. Hi, David.
Hi.
So tell me about that amazing show. It was so futuristic, but then lots of classic pieces as well. Really exciting.
Well, I want to get a mix, because my collection is about a mix. I have the new, as you just said, and I also have the more classic, or classic with a twist. I never do pure classic. And I wanted to bring all these elements into the show, so I chose music and lighting and everything where I couldn't bring the whole thing together, and also the different types of music to typify the different scenes and whatever.
Okay, so and lots of white this year as well, I've noticed, like really bright whites. Is that a particular thing you're doing?
Yeah, I think I wasn't really into colour this time. White was important for me, and I introduced sequin and beading, which I don't normally have in my collection, or not to any large extent. I didn't want the bling effect, but I wanted to bring a soft glamour to it and give it a, I hate to say it, red carpet, but I wanted to get that sort of feeling to it without it being too evening wear, yeah.
Of course, because it's every girl's chance to have a red carpet moment, isn't it, when they get married?
It is, yeah, but there's all different ways you can interpret red carpet. I mean, it doesn't just have to be a slinky dress with beading on it, you know. I try to give as many options as I can for girls, so that, you know, it's a fantasy day, it's a day when you can have fun and wear something different. And I in my collection, which as you saw was very, very large, I tried to bring all different elements in and make it fun, so the girl has choice, you know, and it's fun to try different types of things and trying on dresses.
Well, I think there's a dress for everyone. I think every single one of those dresses would make you feel like a goddess. Let's take a closer look at these. Now this one, what kind of fabrics have we got going on here?
We have tulle here, and then we have Swarovski beading with lace on the top. Again, it's a mixture of all the different elements put together with, you know, the slightly quirky cut to the top with the tulles. We've got the detail on the front as well. But we love to mix all different types of fabrics, so you have the lace and the beading in a sort of fusion, yeah.
Yeah, and I think this would suit a lot of body types as well, because it would cover a lot of sins.
It does, yes, and obviously the fit is, even though the dress looks very unusual, the fit is as you said, very flattering and is good for all types of girls, yeah.
Absolutely. It's a gorgeous one. I love that one. So which collection is this from then? Because obviously you've got sort of different collections within the full collection.
Yeah, well, as you saw in the finale, we had a number of larger dresses. So this was, that fitted into that scene.
Okay, well, let's take a look at this next dress, which is a bit more slinky.
Yeah, I think there's a mixture here. I mean, I always like to mix my styles. I don't particularly emulate a particular period, but I suppose you could say there's a slightly 40s, but I think there's probably more of a 70s feeling going on in this dress. With an update in the way that it's draped, and of course again the beading. I brought the beautiful beading into the lapels. It's almost got a military look to it, but in obviously a sexy satin. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's very classic, but it has got that futuristic feel, so you feel like you're quite fashionable in it.
Yeah, well, there's, you know, I want to bring a new modernity to my satin dresses. There's a lot of satin dresses around and slinky dresses, but I wanted to bring something a little bit more with edge and a little bit harder possibly, and more style. So I sort of mixed and fused the 70s feel with the classic idea of a red carpet dress.
Because there's so many girls out there who are tomboys and they sort of don't want to wear a dress for their wedding day. But in something like this, they're both feminine and a little bit sort of tougher.
Absolutely, yeah.
Gorgeous. So this next one is fab. Look at this. It's really fun.
Well, this is sort of quite 60s in its, again, in its feel, the shape of it. Echoes of Balenciaga. I mean, there's everything going on in this collection. But you know, we have a classic section, or a more classic section to our to the collection, where we use the beautiful embroidered laces. So this was really about shape and again a new twist on the short dress. Because we've all seen the little nipped in at the waist and full skirted short dress. You know, it's getting a little tired now. You know, so this was a different look at a short dress, really.
Absolutely, it's really fun and exciting. You could see a really young girl sort of who wants to experiment wearing something like
and
this.
because it's, you know, it's different and it has a different style to it in terms of a short dress.
And it covers up all sorts of things that might be going on if you had a big meal or you're feeling a bit bloated. You can cover it all up. Well, they all look amazing, David. I loved the collection and I really enjoyed the show, and it's a pleasure to see you. Thank you so much.
You too. Thanks a lot.
I'm joined by Michela from Giorgio Iacini, which is an international shoe brand we found here in Milan. Hello, Michela.
Hello.
So you are the designer for this brand?
Yes, I'm the designer, and I work inside the factory from 20 years.
Wow.
And so we are a family company, and we produce all inside made in Italy. And we use all the material from Italy brands.
So it's a family company, and you started when you were very young.
Yes,
and
yes.
You all work together.
Yeah. All the family work inside, and it's good.
It's good. So tell me, what kind of shoes are very popular at the moment for weddings?
Yes. So now we use particularly the leather and the crystal Swarovski for make very elegant shoes. So now the heel. The heel of the shoes are very high.
Okay.
And because the
girls like to be tall.
Yes. Yeah.
Girls like me who are small, they like to wear high heels.
No.
So let's talk about these. These are Swarovski crystals,
Yes,
is that right?
These are gold Swarovski crystals, and you take a shoes very expensive.
Okay.
That is the one of the best shoes for us.
Okay.
Because we use around 300 crystal Swarovski inside the shoes. Yes.
No wonder it's expensive.
Oh yes.
And what about the heel? What is this?
This is a 9 centimeter heel.
9
Yes.
centimeter.
Yes.
That's a good heel.
Yes.
That's a
So
good heel.
we can change the shoes about the request of the customer.
Oh, okay.
So if the customer need shoes with a heel low, we can change the whole. So we produce singular shoes for the ladies.
Oh,
so,
very good. So say as well, maybe you want this shoe and it's a bit, you want it darker or lighter or white or purple, you can do that as well.
Yeah.
Great. And the one thing I've noticed, you have a lot of black shoes, red shoes. Do brides wear the coloured shoes as well?
Yes, it depends of the dress of the girl. Because if I have a dress black or red, or with some particular red, so we do the shoes in black or red.
Okay, so you can match up your accessories all together, or a red lipstick maybe, with red shoes. Very nice. Now, the one pair of shoes I've noticed I want to talk about are these.
Yeah.
This is very spectacular. Do you need a very plain dress to wear this shoe?
So sometimes the lady use the simple dress with a good shoes with the ankle, with the strass, with a I don't know this name in English, but
pearls.
Pearls, yes.
Okay, and then you can also match the pearls maybe with your necklace or earrings.
Oh, yes, earrings.
Very nice. Well, it's fabulous. I think you've got gorgeous shoes, and it's been lovely to meet you. Thank you very much.
Thank you too.
Thank you. Well, we hope you've enjoyed today's show. Don't forget to join us next time, where we'll be seeing plenty more gorgeous dresses like this one from Complex Stallo Theodorou. Now, we've got to get to the church on time. Bye-bye.